let's firstly address the elephant in the room. I haven't been on holiday. I've got a fake tan on. So if you are watching on the replay, please let me know. There are lots of things coming up in the calendar, opportunities for everybody, including myself, to expand our businesses, to launch our businesses. We're in November. Black Friday is coming up at the end of the month. And whether you agree with Black Friday or not and its origins, it is a time when people are expecting prices to be dropped. They're expecting offers to be made. A lot of people will buy all of their Christmas things in that week because they know that the prices are going to come down. So Black Friday, if you haven't got a plan for Black Friday yet, now's the time to be thinking about it. The date for Black Friday is the last Friday of this month, which is the 29th. But that means you've got 3 weeks to think about what it is that you might want to launch. Now, it might be something small. It might not even be a launch. It might be something that you already have, that you have already created, that you think, actually, I can offer that out at a really low price rather than doing a full launch of something. If you are thinking about doing something next year in 2026, now is a time for you to start growing the audience, start thinking about, oh, I've just caught sight of my fake tan under my eyebrow here. It's making my eyebrow look really long. Now is a time for you to be planning for 2026, but you can offer people to join your program or your course now, knowing that they've got a 6-week wait. That gives you time to plan it. It means you don't have to write your program or course now. In fact, one of a really good system to have in mind if you are wanting to do something new is to test the waters, test with your audience, test what they may or may not want by putting a post out there that's worded in this kind of structure. If I were to create a 6-week program, 12-month group coaching course, this service, this one-on-one thing, whatever it might be, oh, my hand's not too bad. If I were to create description and it would deliver all the transformations, because people buy the transformations. They don't buy your skills. They're not interested in that. They want to know what the benefit for them is going to be at the end of it. So if I were to create and you would get from it, and this would include, I don't know, 5 calls a month, or you get all these extra bonuses, and it was at this price point, would this be of interest to you? Now, if people say yes, you know that you've got something valuable to move forwards with. And Black Friday is a really good time for you to put that out there and say, this will be starting on January the 10th. Because you know that people like to settle into the new year. People like to, we're still kind of in holiday mode, aren't we? In fact, January the 3rd is my partner's birthday, so like, nothing starts until the 4th or the 5th for me. So you test the waters, you put your ideas out there to the world and see what comes back. Now, if you get crickets, it doesn't mean that your idea is a bad idea. What it might mean is that the messaging around it isn't quite right, and that might need looking at. It might be that you can change the words. Now, if you follow me on social media, I will often talk about, and actually I did a podcast, I say podcast, they're on YouTube, about stealing your audience's words. So when you are speaking to clients, really pay attention to the words that they are speaking to you. When you're in other groups of people that do similar to you, look at the comments that people, hi Tara, look at the comments that other people are leaving, because you can use their words in your marketing. If you can speak the language that they are, and I don't mean foreign language, I mean the words. If you can speak the words, if you can contain their words in your messaging, you're going to be speaking to your audience with crystal clear clarity, and that is what's going to resonate with them. So put that in that first post where you're testing the waters. If you still get crickets, it might be actually that your idea isn't great. But what I don't want for you to do is go out there and create something and put it out there and then nobody buys it. One, that's a waste of your time and your energy. And two, it's just going to make you feel unworthy, undeserving. It's going to put you off doing anything in the future as well. So have a think about that. So you've got Black Friday coming up. Now, if you're like, I haven't got the time to do anything on Black Friday, I'm not really thinking about doing anything now, obviously January is a really good time as well. New Year offers. People are always looking for the sales in the new year, post Christmas. You can do all of that, and that gives you a little bit more time now to prepare. And what do I mean about prepare? So if you are going out there with some kind of offer, whether that's 50% off, 10% off, or you're doing it at this launch price and then it's going to go up to another price, you need some sort of landing page. Now, what you can tell I haven't planned this, can't you? Because I'm going off in all the tangents. My brain's like, you don't need to have a website before you launch. Having a website is a nice to have. What you can have is a landing page. And guess what? There are so many places you can create a simple landing page now. You can create one inside Canva. Really simply, there's templates in there for you. If you have something like Mailchimp, they have an option to create a landing page. Now, a landing page is just where you can promote what it is that you are wanting to do, and there's a button on there that takes them through to somewhere to pay. Now, if you are just starting out and you don't have something like Stripe set up, you probably have PayPal. And if you have PayPal, and it might be PayPal Business, but that's still really easy for you to set up, you can create PayPal buttons. Now, I was doing that with aspiring businesswomen in 2014. So PayPal buttons, you can take that code and you can put it in to your landing page so that people have this seamless experience with you. Got to think about the customer journey. If they have to message you to buy anything, if they have to message you to book onto something, that's an extra step that is harder for them to take, especially if they don't know you. So if you can make your landing page look relatively pretty, doesn't have to be stupidly long. It just has to have all the information. It might be that they have to input their name and their email address, and then they click a button to purchase. That button can be linked to Stripe, or it can be linked to PayPal. That's a really, really simple way. Now, additionally to that, it'd be nice if they got a confirmation email from you, just saying, hey, great, you are in. Here's access to whatever it is they've got, or I'm going to give you access to this bonus bit now, and on January the 10th, that's when we're going to start. Now, I know that all of these systemy bits, these techie bits, sometimes are the bits that stop people from launching with confidence. It stops people from actually putting things out there, and it keeps you playing small because you're always talking to the same people who are already in your audience, who may have already bought from you, but it's through like a DM. Oh yeah, I'll send you a DM and I'll send you my bank details. I'll send you a DM with the link. I want for you to grow, and I want for you to be able to do this as easily as possible. I'm just going to get a little drink. Do you like my flowers? My other half sent me them last week because he's working away, and because of my back, and I was a bit miserable. He sent me those, and in fact there's 2 bunches. There's another one in my living room. They're lovely, lovely colours. So where are we? You've got an idea. You've tested it out there with your audience. You've had some feedback. You're like, I'm pretty confident that I've got 12 people who, I said 12 because I saw that on my screen. I've got 12 people who have shown an interest. Great. Or you've got 50 people, imagine that, who have shown an interest in what you're doing. So you're still not writing the program yet because you haven't made any sales. You're going to create a simple landing page. You're going to connect it to a button where they can pay. Now, if you are in Mailchimp, for example, I'm saying Mailchimp because that's the one that I use. You can create a landing page. When they fill that in, they will automatically go into your contacts, and you can create the payment thing in there. But what I'm trying to say is, once they've purchased, you can create an automation that will automatically tag them with they've just purchased this product, and it will send them the welcome email. How seamless is that for you? Does that sound quite simple to do? I hope so. Once people are in, that's when you can start writing the program. That's when you can start delivering the content. And where are you going to put all of this? How are you going to deliver it to them? Is it in a workbook? Are you having live calls? Have you set those up in Zoom? Have you given them something tangible for them to enjoy before the program starts? Is there anything that they need to do to prep before they have a meeting with you? I'm talking as though it's a program that you're going to be doing, because I know that a lot of people in this group want to be able to deliver programs. A lot of people want to have one-on-one coaching with people for a set amount of time. What about your price point? What are you thinking about your price point? Are you making it valuable? And when I say valuable, I mean valuable for you in terms of valuing your own time and energy that you're going to put into doing this. If you are having 2 calls a month, for example, with one person, how much do you want to be paid per hour for those calls? Now let's imagine you're thinking actually £100 an hour would be great. So that's £200 a month. That's a one-on-one. If you were to do a group program and you've got 10 people and they're paying £50 a month, already that's £500 a month, and each call you would get £250 an hour. Now obviously you've got preparation and stuff in there, so it would probably be more than an hour, but you, for the purposes of this, you understand that. Now, if you're unsure on your pricing for programs and stuff like that, inside the Limitless Growth Hub in the membership, there is a section on how to price your programs, taking everything else into consideration, all the expenses that you might have. Because where are you going to store this? Now, if it's just video content, you can store video content on Vimeo. You can store it on YouTube for free. I store all of my videos on YouTube. People are familiar with it, but I link them into the membership platform that I've got, which is Podia, Podia. It's relatively cheap for a year. It's about 400 and something pound for the year, but I can create the content and put it in there in a safe place where you can access it as a member, and I can put the free stuff out there as well. There, WordPress, you can store things in WordPress. For a client, I've been creating a membership program inside WordPress, but using a plugin called Access Ally, and that allows you to create it quite bespokely. Bespokely? In a bespoke way. I'm going to blame the drugs that I'm on for the pharmaceutical drugs. There's no other drugs going on. There's also Mighty Networks, Circle. There are so many, ClickFunnels, Kajabi. There are so many places that you can store your programs. You could even, if you wanted to be really basic, you could use a Google Drive and put the modules in there, or put your week 1, week 2, whatever it is that you're creating, and then give people access to those modules via email week by week. So it's almost like they are being released on a weekly or monthly basis. All of these are things that can be figured out really easily once you know what it is that you want to deliver. And guess what? If all of that feels like, oh my God, Claire, like, I know that I make it sound easy. This is what I live and breathe. I know that I make it sound easy. I'm here to help you with that. We can have a one-off call, and I can give you all of the steps that you need to do. I can give you links to everything that you need to register for or pay for. Sometimes you do have to make a small payment to make your dream of your program come true. But there are ways to do it very, very low cost, and that will last for a lifetime too. So you just need to know exactly what it is. I know there are so many people out there with big, big visions, and the thing that's stopping those visions coming to reality is the fact that they haven't got the tech knowledge, they haven't got crystal clear clarity on how they're bringing this vision together to create the transformations that they want people to create. Think about that customer journey. When they come to you, they are in point A. When they leave, they're at point B. And what you deliver is the bridge in between that. You want that to be as smooth as possible, but you want that transformation to be tangible for them. It might be an emotional transformation, it might be a physical transformation, it might be a new skill that people are learning. I've done a basic astrology course, so I went from not understanding anything to having been able to read birth charts a couple of years ago. I probably couldn't do it now, I'd have to get all my books out. That was the transformation I had. Sometimes people don't know what they're even looking for until they see what you are offering. And that's when I'm talking about this crystal clear messaging that will then resonate with those people, and they'll go, oh my God, that's what I need in my life. That's what I've been looking for, but I didn't know that I was looking for it. I hope that makes sense. If you need any support, if you need any help with moving forwards in your business, whether you are still in the planning stage, still in the dreaming stage, I'm here with my grounded Virgo energy to help you move that forwards, push that needle forwards in a way that feels aligned for you. Gotcha? Love you for now, and maybe I'll pop up again soon. Adios!